Good afternoon. See, as a part of communication skills and learning, so we are practicing different activities under the different titles, and they are part of our communication and speaking. So today we just go with directions, giving directions and asking directions. So what is directions? What is direction? So it's showing something, the way. So by giving directions and asking directions, we find the path, or we discover the way we are planning to find out something. So this is the thing that will really happen. So we have to practice such expressions in our communication. So let us go through some slides on giving directions and how do we start and how to start asking. So in our expressions, the polite expression and the tone, the soft tone, whether you are asking or demanding, so that tone should be it should be soft, and we should it should it should be soft, and we have to module and moderate the moderate option, like a sound that we have to produce. So this is the way that we have to communicate with people in a humble and polite way, formal way. In a formal expression, we have to exchange such kind of directions. We observe directions on the road: left side, right side, go straight. How it is directing, why it is helping the passengers, it is helping the trespassers who are passing on the road, and it will make them to reach the destination smooth and happily, without any trouble, without any difficulty. So that is the reason that they keep directions. Some turnings we see, and sometimes we find speed breakers of continuous speed breakers, a railway track. They find, so these are the directions that we have to understand on the road, and we have to move. So we have to modify our tone, and we have to ask people, we have to approach people for directions. So how do we ask? What do you want to know? First of all, you should be clear that where you want to go. Could you please tell me how to reach the bus stop? Can you please help me to reach the post office? Okay. So directions, just like we are asking directions for a communication. So this is the reason that we have to depend on people, on strangers and other people, and sometimes our own family members. So these are the things that we have to keep in mind, and we have to ask them politely. So let me share few informations on screen now. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah. See, asking and giving directions. So how do we start our language, our expressions? How do we ask? We don't demand, we just give an expression of pleading, pleasing, and we need a help to find something. So let us practice some expressions. So let us examine some expressions like, how can I get to? Where is the post office? How far is the railway station from here? Is there any playground here? So how we are asking in a polite and formal way, because we need some information, we want to know something, so we have to ask politely. So it shows the behavior of an individual, and how do you approach people, and they get an impression that we are good people, and we are able to speak to them. Otherwise they really don't care. So why do we use this polite tone in our expression? So to build a good and healthy relationship among the people. So that is a thing that we need to keep in mind, and we have to move with such expressions. Use polite expressions like excuse me, or can you tell me, could you please tell me, can I ask you something, could you please help me to find the post office, like this. The polite expression, would you mind to help me to show the direction to the post office? So in different ways we can use, and different expressions we can use for different places. So first of all we have to ask how long is it from, you know, how much time does it take to reach, you know, how to go, what is the transportation I have, you know, like this we can ask. Yeah, you could observe some pictures like turning left, right, going straight, you know. So we find them on the road. Fine. So these are expressions for asking. So you are asking for a direction and you are seeking some information from the other person. And sometimes we become the person to give directions. They ask us and we have to give directions. So and how do? We have to follow the same tone, same polite expression, same formal intention towards the people who are asking us, because we need not to criticize them. Don't you know the post office, don't you know the bank here? Oh no, not like that. We should not say like we should not use such expressions. Humbly you have to respect their feelings, respect their need, and you should respond in a polite way. Oh sure, that's not a problem. Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, sure, come with me, I show you. You know, so these are the expressions that we have to respond positively if you know the directions. Especially, first of all, you should know. Otherwise, if you really don't know the place or the directions how to reach the place, then you could say that you should agree that yes, I'm sorry, I'm new to this place, I really don't know. Okay, that is one thing. Or I'm sorry, I have never been to. I have never been to that place. I am not aware of it. You can ask that shopkeeper. You know, you can suggest. First of all, you should say sorry that you don't know the place, you don't know the directions. Then you can suggest, or else you can ask somebody else. You know, such expressions can be given, because without knowing we can't help anybody. But that can be expressed in a formal and a polite way. The other person should feel, the person who is seeking information from us should feel good, you know. So that is the way that we have to maintain. So these are the things that we need to practice in our expressions, practice our conversation. So yeah, when you know the directions, when you know the place, when you want to give directions, and you have to use, yes please, yeah, sure, definitely I help you. Oh, that's not at all a problem. Let me show you the way. You know, and we also use our facial expressions, our body movements, body language. We show our right hand, left hand, and we guide them with our eyes. You know, we look at the way which moves on to the bank or post office or the bus stop or internet center. So many things. So the way, the place where we are standing, we may turn that side and we may show. So that is about our body language and our facial expression. And yeah, we use our body parts too, just like moving our hands left and right and straight. In this way we can also guide them. Yeah, the words, let us see. When you are giving some expressions, when you are giving directions, let us see those. Go to the corner. Okay, go straight till you reach a bus stop. Then from there you can take turn left or you can turn right. Pass the bus stand. After a minute you will find an internet center in the corner. You know, just beside the ATM center. You know, go straight ahead on. Okay, it's between the dash, like it's between the shopping mall and masjid. You know, it's yeah, it's across from the bank, the main branch of the post office. You know, you can give some landmarks too. You can use some landmarks too. You are near a big tree, near a mango tree, which is very big and yeah, very popular and famous tree of the village. You know, like this we can suggest. Use these words to connect ideas. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we give directions not in a single stress, but sometimes we may use different sentences or different phrases. Then we can use after that. Yeah, after reaching bus stop. Okay, you have to take right turn. You will find a circular or something like that. We have to next to that, immediately next to that, you find a theater, a shopping mall. Yeah, when you get a shopping mall, you would see an ATM center of three banks, three banks. You would find Bank of Baroda, SBI, Andhra Bank. You can get into the SBI whichever you want to access, like finally, like this. These are the expressions that we need to use when we are giving directions. Yeah. Yeah, let us see with the question here. Excuse me, how can I get to the hospital? Yeah. Go straight ahead on King's Avenue and turn left when you get to River Street. Pass the gym and the post office. The hospital is between the school and the church, across from the hotel. See, they have used so many landmarks here. Go straight from the place where you are standing. Okay, King's Avenue and turn left when you get to River Street. Pass the gym and post office. That means they are just beside. The hospital is between the school and the church, across from the hotel. So these are the landmarks that we can see. Directions we can see through the map reading. We see the maps, how to reach Mumbai, Chennai. We see the road map, okay, train track map. So via places, and also when we go to some other places like from Siddipet to Karimnagar, Karimnagar to Hyderabad, Hyderabad to Vijayawada, Vijayawada to Chennai. So what are the via places in between, like what do you pass through, and when do you have to get down? And even when you are traveling on city buses in Hyderabad, people would ask, could you please tell me where the Patni Center is? Can you please tell me what is the bus stop, what is the stage number to get down at metro railway station? So they ask us, from here you have to get down at the fourth stop. Fourth stop would be the Patni, from JBS. Like this, we guide them to get down, yeah. So here we can see road maps, map reading, and directions. And even not only that, when you go to places like visiting places, tourist places, like for example museum or national park, when you enter, in the entrance they keep a board of directions. Yeah, you will get a lake. After that, you will see a Buddha statue. They give a map, and they give a model of that park entire. If you move from left side, you find a cafeteria, an ATM center, a kids playground. If you go straight, you will find Buddha statue or Gandhi statue, and if you move to the right, you would find water fountain. So like this you get map. So that really helps us to move and without missing, and we can go around the park, and we can see, and we can come comfortably back. And not only on the entrance, and when we move, when we take away, they keep some more boards, so exit, out. These are the directions. Even we find them in shopping malls, theaters, right? When you enter the theater, you have a main entrance, but when you come back from the theater, that would be the difference. So they direct us, exit, they focus the lights, and we follow them and we come out. So these are the things that really find in our day-to-day life. It's very common and usual in our life that we move in a direction, So we guide our people, we guide our siblings, we guide our friends, and we guide others to the strangers who really need our help to find something. So like this we have to see. Here they have given a chart here. You can see what is the main street, there is a furniture shop, fire department, police station, bookstore. So here we can use them. Yeah. After seeing this chart, we can say that so where exactly the furniture shop is located? It's just beside the fire station. Yeah, Chinese restaurant. You have a bookstore. So like this we can see. Yeah, as I mentioned right now about a national park, you can see how we can find out. And even nowadays villas, gated communities, they show they give a road map, road number 1, road number 2, road number 3, they give directions, road number 1, 2, 3, Mamta Nagar Colony, and 4, 5, 6. Like this they keep directions, because if you want to find somebody's house, they give road number and then house numbers from 1 to 10, road number 1, from 11 to 20, road number 2, like this they give. So everywhere it is, and it will be easy for us to find something and reach there on time, and we can follow the schedule that we have thought of, that we have planned for. So like this we have to do. Fine. So, and we have to remember that expression, could you please, can you please, can I get into. So like this, these are the things that we need to remember. So let us see some more examples with a polite expression, some more slides asking and giving directions. Yeah. And positions, prepositions of place, yeah, positions: under, over, in, on, next to, behind, in front of. You can see, observe the picture here. The cat is under the table. The cat is over the table, that means it is flying on the table. It is not on the table exactly, but it is flying a little bit higher than the table. It is in the box. The cat is in the box. The box is open and the cat is placed in the box. And the cat is on the box. It is playing on the box. It has come out of the box and playing on the top of the box. In front of the box. The cat is moving in front of the box. That means just before. Behind. It went behind. Yes, the cat went behind. Next to. That means the box is just side. So, for such kind of thing that we can show with our prepositions. In the next lesson, we can discuss about prepositions, how we can practice and how does it help us. Okay, fine. Now let us see another picture. Yeah, the ball in a box. Let us see. Inside. The ball is in the box or the ball is inside of the box. Fine. The ball is on the box. The ball is at the box. It is not in nor inside. It is at the just near. Okay. A little bit far from the box, it is called as near the box. Below. A ball is below the box. Above. And round and around, both are same. Through. The ball is moving through the window, through the box, through the hole. Among. The ball is among the other. The red ball is among the black balls. Red ball is in between two black balls. Here we have to remember, between is used for two objects. When there are two objects, then only we can mention it is in between. If it is among the many objects, then we have to use the preposition among. Yeah. Behind, in front of, along, across, up, down. Opposite is something that it should show the difference. There should be some path between the objects, just like a road. For example, if you want to say the Government Polytechnic in Gadwal is just opposite to the tea shop. That means they are on the road in two sides, in opposite corner. So the road is separating them. The main gate of the Polytechnic is left side, for example, if you imagine, and in the right side you find a tea shop. So they are just opposite. If I want to say that there is a big tree in front of the college gate, there is a big tree in front of the college gate. That means uh, the tree is in front of the gate, but they are in the both same side of the road. Both are in the left. So immediate, the object when you see immediately immediate opposite, then it could be called as in front of. If it is divided by a path, then that can be called as opposite. Fine. So like this we have to show. So the prepositions really help us to show the place of the object. Okay, nearby, in front of, opposite to. Opposite is shopping mall. Okay, you find an internet center. Like this we can say. From, to, towards, against, over, next to, by, beside. Just like these expressions that can be practiced well. Where is the cat? It is on the computer. Yes. Where is the cat? It is under the computer. Where is the cat? It is in the computer. Where is the cat? The cat is in between the TV and the computer. Where is the cat? The cat is just at the computer. Where is the cat? Cat is near the computer. Where is the cat? Just beside the computer. Yeah, asking for directions. Is there any ground here? How can I get to? Where is the church? How far is the Andhra Bank from here? So we use polite expressions. Use polite expressions like this. Excuse me, can you tell me, could you help me, can you please direct me to reach the bus stop, can you please come with me. Okay, like this we have to ask. So giving directions, expressions: go to the corner, turn left, turn right, pass the flower shop, florist shop, go straight ahead on street number 10 until you get to the ATM center. It's between the public park and a grocery shop. It's across from the street that you walk on. Yeah. And we use also after that. Then next, when you get finally at the end, go straight to the end of the street. Take right turn. After turning right, you would find a green color building. The third building is green color. That is nothing but SBT office room. Like this we can say. Here we can observe the mapping, route map charts, and here we can see library, cinema, car park, hospital, supermarket. In a village you can say take a country's map, world map, a village map, or a map of an institute, or a public national park, or a museum. Anything you can prepare as a route map. Second avenue, so these are for villas and gated community. We can see the park, gym, swimming pool. Like this we have to see, we have to check for directions. So we should be feasible, we should be feel free to ask directions and give directions, and we should feel the need. And whenever we are asking for directions, we have to say that you are in need of it, and you have to ask it without any hesitation and without any problem. And if the people, if they don't want to respond, then we have to leave. You can ask for 1 or 2 times, then you can leave that, and you could approach somebody else for your help. We need not to demand, or we need not to command people, and we have to move with our intention. So that is our thing that we have to do. And if you really don't understand, you could ask, could you please explain me again? Could you please tell me easy steps? Can you please can you please tell me some landmarks, or can you please show me the way? Could you please help me what kind of transport is available to move there? Can I get an auto or a bus, a rickshaw? Like this we can ask. Could you please come and show me? Sometimes in a rare cases we ask people to come and show, but it may not be possible. It depends on the other person or their intention and their time and their schedule. So we can't demand for showing. But if it is somebody who is intimate and our own person, then we can show. It's okay, fine, I am also free, let me come with you and I show you the library, I show you the central library. It's really a very good library and it's in center of the city. It is in the center of the city, let me go, let me come with you, I come and show you. But it is not possible. But at the same time we should understand the direction that somebody has given, and you can route map them. For example, you are in Secunderabad and you want to move to Central Library. Okay, Central Library, city library or city college in the old city. From Secunderabad, you can get into route number 1. I am talking about RTC, I mean city bus routes. So you can get into route number 1 or 2, 3 also. 1, 2, 3. So these routes may lead to Afzalganj, the old city area. So you have to get into any one of the buses and you have to reach the Afzalganj area. From there it may be walkable distance to reach the library or reach the city college, or you can also find Charminar. You know, if you want to get into Sarajang Museum or the Charminar or the MGBS from Secunderabad, so you can choose either if you want to go by an auto, it is better to tell the address to the auto wala and we can get into an auto and we can reach the place. If you feel that it is very far and it is not safe to go by an auto, it is better to opt for a RTC city bus. Then you can get into route number 1 or 2 or 3, and 1, 2, 3, and you have to numbers will be good. Some buses will go up to only Afzalganj and Koti, so that we have to recheck. We can ask the driver and conductor whether it goes to Charminar. For example, 1C, 2C, 3C, they go to Charminar. So like this we can identify, and so the last stop would be Charminar stop, because that is the dead end, that is the end of the station. They move to the Charminar area. So like this. Otherwise, if you really don't get the direct bus to Charminar, so you can get into any of the 3s which moves up to Afzalganj. From there you can get into a local auto and you can reach Charminar. You know, like this we have to remember. And sometimes we want to get down in between, the place in between. For example, if you want to go to Kachiguda, there are different routes to reach Kachiguda. Route number 1 goes Kachiguda, route number 2 goes to Kachiguda, and route number 3 also goes to Kachiguda. That we have to identify where to get. Yeah, for example, we identify the street numbers or we identify the street names like Barkatpura, Nallakunta, Vidyanagar, like this we give. So after crossing Barkatpura circle, immediately you will get the tourist hotel. So that place is called as Kachiguda. If you want to move to the Kachiguda crossroads, you have to take right turn. Otherwise, if you want to go to the railway station, you have to take left turn from after crossing the tourist hotel. From tourist hotel, you have to take the left turn to reach the Kachiguda railway station. If you want to move towards Kachiguda crossroads, you have to take right turn from the tourist hotel. After moving for a kilometer, you would find the Kachiguda crossroads, where you find a big shopping mall, big bazaar, and at left side you move to Badichodi, the shopping area. If you move a little bit more forward, you would find Sultan Bazaar, and in the left corner you find Koti Women's College. Like this we can say, so confidently we can show the directions with the landmarks. So that is the thing that we need to focus, that is the thing that we have to practice and give our expressions in a polite manner, in a smooth and very conduct and humble manner that we need to ask. Any communication, any exchange, any conversation could be done politely. A very soft and a very intonation, the soft intonations could be used. Could you please help me? Can you please help me? Will you please help me to find, can you please show me, like this. Like this we can ask. At the same time we can say, yes, sure, I would like to. Fine, no problem, I show you the way. Yeah, it is better. You better go to the main station or the Secunderabad station and you can get into route number 5, or you can get into a metro express which is cheaper and easy. You will move in 20 minutes to reach Koti, yeah, like this we can save the time, we can share the time and save the time. So like this we have to direct people, we have to make them feel free, and we use this kind of expressions, and being a social being, and we exchange such kind of expressions and we get an impression, and we also get a satisfaction that we help somebody, at the same time we get satisfaction when we find something and we thank them. When you ask for directions, you listen to the direction. If you don't really understand, you can ask again, and at the end of the conversation you should thank them. That is the minimum responsibility or the concern towards the people who help us. So we have to end with a thank you note. So all of you have to do an activity on giving directions. You have to make a conversation. First is to asking direction to reach. You select a place, bank, ATM, shopping mall, or a temple, So you can ask within the local area, or if you want to go to some other place, some other state, you can take that. Okay, choice is yours. You have to identify a place and you ask for directions. You do ask for. So you have to play the double role. You are the asking questioner. At the same time, you become the answer. So like this, you have to play, and that is for asking questions. Okay, giving directions, asking for directions, and then you do also giving directions. And sometimes it also happens, we see people moving around and blank, they clueless on the road. Sometimes it happens, and we offer, hello, may I help you? What are you searching for? Can I help you? So like this also we approach, we offer our help to direct. Sometimes they search, they look up the buildings or the shopping malls or the streets. They become confused and sometimes they doubtful to enter. Then we can simply ask, hello, can I help you? What's the problem? Who are you? Why you are here? Is there any problem? So like that also we can offer our help to search for something. What are you searching for? Oh, you have come to a wrong place. It is not here. Or sometimes it also happens, a shop used to be there and it has been shifted. They don't know the fact. Then we can say, oh, yeah, you are correct. It was there long before, but it has been shifted to other place recently. Okay, like this also we can say. It seems that you look you look new to this place. Can I help you? Like this also we can share our offering. At the same time, when you are in a confusing place, when you are in a doubtful position, if somebody asks you, offers you, you can listen to them, but should not depend on them. You can have a conversation. You can say, yeah, yes, I'm really searching for a shop. Yeah, that is okay, that you can say, but should not depend on them. If they say that, oh, that is shifted to somewhere, come with me, I'll show you. No, you should not follow them. You should not depend on them. You can't trust strangers, but simply you can have a conversation, no problem. Not for a long time, a bit of time, or else nowadays it is very easy to make a call to the persons whom we are searching, or make a call to the shop or something. It is better to have a phone number, because we can't trust others. They may ask us, they may be good or bad, we don't know, but you can just, yes, I'm really searching for something. Yeah, if it is feasible and believable, reliable, then you can understand. Otherwise you need not to follow. My brother will come and show you the way, or else come with me, I show you, I know it pretty well. No, you should not. Just ask, just tell them to give directions, not to show it. If it is a stranger, we can't believe everybody and anybody at any time. So that is one thing that we need to keep in mind. Like this we have to see, and we have to understand how it is going on, how it is going through. So the communication is the major thing, and every act of our life is interactive. We have to interact with people. So that interaction, the main motto, the main theme of introducing such topics like giving instructions, giving directions, invitations, appointments, all this, like to make you prepare well for the different situations. So the interaction is the basic thing. That is the motto to practice. How much you interact with people, you would be very feasible and comfortable in the society. So that is a thing that we need to improve in our life. So interact with people, interact with others, but in a safe zone. That is a thing that we need to remember always. We should not trust others, trust strangers, but we have to be in a comfortable zone, and you can interact with people for your day-to-day life activities. So that is the way that it fetches us to do well, and we can communicate. When you join a firm or a company, there also you have to be in your own limits. You should not exceed your limits, but how do you respond? If you don't have a habit of speaking to people, it would be new to you. When you join a firm or a company, organization, they would see that, being a modern person, modern world, you are not able to speak to persons. So that should not come as an error. That should not become an error in our career. So that is the reason we have to improve our interaction with people. We have not to be over interacted, but yes, no minimum, no maximum, in a balanced way, that we have to interact with people and we have to move with people. So that is the thing that we need to practice. You can take suggestions from your elders, your teachers, your friends, and your family members. And always it is better to convey, tell, or nowadays it is more advanced technically, to have a Google map, the place where we are moving. So all these monitoring apps are there. So they also be very useful to you. So we find addresses on Google map. We share the location, and we ask somebody to come home or come to our college, like this. That is also easy, but we can't depend on technology too. Sometimes it shows, if you find 3 to 4 ways, it shows some gullies are. So we have to both. You have to follow the main directions, at the same time you can depend manually, physically, and ask people nearby. Like this we have to maintain, we have to show, and we have to go along with this. So finding directions is easy, and giving instructions, directions, you could do this. You could practice with your friends or siblings at home. Do converse, speak, use different vocabulary, use English language in a polite and stylish way. It should not look like you are speaking English. It should not exhibit like that, but freely, comfortably, naturally, so that can be conveyed in our tone. The natural tone could be conveyed in our tone, and we have to speak English comfortably and feasibly for our better communication and for our better career opportunities. So we have to depend on English language, and we have to practice it. We should know the importance. We know our language, yes, our mother tongue is the mother, so that will be there. But whenever you have to speak in English, so it should not become a difficult thing or thing that you afraid of. You should not afraid, because it's a foreign language. Yeah, we can practice. Practice makes man perfect. That is the only thing that we need to remember, and we have to practice well. Okay, fine. Wish you all the very best.